Jeremiah 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah for giving us this truth. Double honor to all the elders teaching on the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth and sincerity to you. I say shalom. Brother Khan from the Sept, the Lions of Judah, Jeshurun here in Chicago to you. I say shalom. Coming at y'all with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The title of this video is going to be titled, "And I will give you pastors according to my heart." As you see on the screen, these men are not the true shepherds and leaders of you so-called blacks and Latinos. They have been set up to purposely deceive you and deceive you from this truth, man. These men are not set up by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 3 and 15 again, "And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding." So none of these men are talking about prophecy. They're not talking about the destruction of Babylon, the redemption and the redeemer that's going to redeem the 12 tribes of Israel. Everything that these men are speaking about, it always have something to do with money or somebody just blindly following them. So we, as the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, we must be aware of these traps and these snares of men. Colossians 2 and 8, "Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach." Okay? So you got these guys, they're not telling you the second coming of Yahushua. All right, one of them thinks he is the Most High. You got another one that's scamming our so-called our black sisters for money, pretty much telling them that if they pay this amount of money, he gonna take them on lunch or breakfast, man. Where's this in the gospel? You can't find it, because guess what? These are not the true shepherds of the Heavenly Father. These are not the true shepherds of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. These guys are traps and snares. The true men of the Lord are on the street corners teaching and prophesying as commanded by Yahweh Shai. Zechariah 11 and 7, "Woe to the idle shepherd that leaveth the flock, the sword shall be upon his arm and upon his right eye. His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened." So most of these guys, you wonder why a lot of wickedness befall these dudes, because the Most High is getting them out the way. He don't want them to continue to deceive possible elect. Because the Bible say if it be possible, the elect will be deceived. So the Most High, he's dealing with his elect. He don't want these guys to be in the way. So that's why you don't hear about certain of these men. They locked up. They doing time, and the Most High is putting them in jails to, you know what I'm saying, to keep them away from the flock. Okay? Isaiah 58 verse 1, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin." So we supposed to cry aloud and spare not. We supposed to bring out the wickedness of these so-called leaders, man, that's been put in the so-called black, Latino, and Native American Indian community. All right, in cities and stuff like that. We supposed to cry aloud and spare not. We supposed to talk about it. Because they, once again, they're deceiving you from the kingdom. You're being beguiled by these men. That's why we're supposed to cry aloud and spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. All right, and show our people the transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins once again. Right? So this is the book. Let me go back. Salakia. Yeah. It's the book of Titus 3:3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived. So, yeah, we was once deceived. A lot of us, before we came into this truth, we was deceived by these false and fake leaders, man, and including the false pastors, man. These false churches, man, that's teaching us a false sense of hope, prosperity gospel, prosperity doctrine. So we was once deceived. It's a serving diverse lust and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. So we was deceived at times, but guess what? We snapped out of it. We found the truth. The Bible saying, "Find, seeking, ye shall find." Right. So if you ain't seeking, you ain't gonna find this truth, man. You gotta seek. So we do these videos for the elect, for those that seek higher learning, that want to get the hell out of this captivity, and that want to be preserved from the destruction of Babylon, aka America. John 4:1, when therefore the Lord knew how the Pharisees had heard that Yahushua made and baptized more disciples than John. That's not what I want. I want to get first John. That's not what I want. Salakia. 1 John 4:1. Yeah, 1 John 4 and number 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone into the world, man. And some of these dudes was Hebrew Israelites, man, and they went back into the world. So you got to try the spirit, man. You can't just believe anything somebody's saying, man. You got to try the spirit, man, because you got a lot of deceivers in these last days, man, that desire your soul, that want to see you destroyed in the lake of fire, man. All right, false prophets, man, that's going out their way to deceive you, man, coming to your city to deceive you, man. And some of the stuff that these guys may say could possibly be true, but you got to chew the meat and spit out the bones. You just can't believe everything they saying. You got to do your own research. You got to put in your own brick. All right? You got to put in your own brick. But you may say, well, how we going to find the true men of the Lord? How we know that these guys are really not the true men of the Lord? Because it's going to tell you, man. Isaiah 30:20. And though the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, give you the bread of adversity and the word of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore. So where the teachers at? They're going to be right here. It say, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. How you going to see them? On the street corners. Your eyes is going to see thy teachers. Okay? And I'm going to read on. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee when you walking past the brothers. Hey, what you say? And then you stop and you start learning. It say, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. So this is the truth, walk ye in it. All that stuff that them dudes is doing, they doing it for the bread. They doing it for the money. It may sound good, but is it true? No. Luke 14:23, and the Lord Yahushua said unto the servants, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in that my house may be filled. So you're going to see these brothers on the street corners. All right, Saturdays, sometimes brothers teach during the week if they schedule permits. And we out there, man. So the Most High is going to give you teachers according to his heart. That's going to teach you the truth. Not no nigga that's teaching you the black woman is God, man. all right? Or some nigga teaching you that if you ain't got $250,000 in your banking account, you ain't supposed to be dating women. You supposed to treat the black women with money. You supposed to put $250,000 in her bank account, and if you ain't got it, you a broke nigga. This is what some of these dudes is teaching, man. This is not wisdom of the Heavenly Father. This is not the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's the wisdom of the world, man. All right, you have been warned. And I'm gonna get one last precept to close out. Go to the book of Proverbs. Because wisdom is in the streets, man. Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city. She uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge, man. So you gonna hear that voice, man, from them street corners, that wisdom that's coming out of their mouth, telling our people to wake up and stop following the cares of this world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes was just around among the Hebrew Israelite community, and now you see them up there with your favorite rappers. How the hell you gonna be by brothers that's contending for the faith, and then 6 months later you see them, they up there with your favorite rappers having brunch and lunch and stuff like that, man. You know them niggas had to do something wicked to sit right next to these rappers, man, or these so-called renowned people of this world. Okay? You know they had to do that. Let me get one more precept. Matter of fact, I'll just close out on the first precept through the Spirit. Jeremiah 3, verse 15. So we're going to close out on this, Jeremiah 3 and 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So the Most High is giving you the true men, all right? So take advantage, man, because guess what? The famine of this word is almost here. And it's going to come a time where you're not going to see brothers out there teaching this gospel anymore. You're going to be caught with your pants down. So with that, I hope this video was edifying through the Spirit, power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. With that, I bid you a shalom.